Stream. My name is Aurélien and we'll be talking about Fedora infrastructure applications today. This stream is happening on Twitch right now and we are Friday the 26th. So, all right, so let's look at what we can do today. All right, here's my brother. I'm on the easy fixes page. So that's basically all the issues tagged with easy fix or good first issue, or the sort of thing, this sort of tags in our repos, in our various repos. And I'm gonna look at the Fedora Infra one. I had selected a couple issues that we could work on. I think there's one of them that is not in this list, but I'd like to have a look at it because it's a direct follow-up to what we were doing last week. And so it's on Webhook to Fed message. Well, Webhook to Fedora messaging, as it's actually called. All right. So I've recently added, I'll look at the comments. I've recently added a support for discourse to Fed message in there. But I realized when doing that I was copying and pasting too many things for my taste. And my taste for copy pasting is exactly 0. So I'm going to start looking at that. So just a minute. I'm going to unshare that for a moment. So I make sure that my window is displaying the right application actually. All right, there it is, starting up. Okay. Okay, so you should be able to see my Webhook, my VS Code window. Okay. Oh, it's small. It's very small. Let me zoom in. Isn't it Control Plus or Control Scroll maybe? No. Oh, I thought it was Control Plus. It's not Control Plus? I'm having problems with my connection because I'm downloading a game. Yep, that could happen. Which one are you downloading? I'm guessing Hades 2? Or Silksong? Or, the very famous ones these days? Oh, Control equal, okay. Ah, yeah, all right, it's a plus without the shift. Okay, on my keyboard at least. All right, I hope this is readable now. Okay, so there were a few things that were too close to, that looked kind of like a copy and pasting too many things. For example, let me look at where we have discourse in the JavaScript part. And that's, I think, the main issue I'm gonna have with it. So discourse. So there's a discourse mention. Oh, I'm still in there. Let me get back to the main branch and get and synchronize. I'd rather do this on the terminal because I don't want to be pushing anything. Right, my branch is up to date with, okay, my branch is up to date, nice. Anyway, discourse that we were saying. Okay, so in main, so you see in the main JavaScript file, we have a list of routes here and, wait, what? There should be a discourse there. Oh. What's going on? Let's try that again, please. No? What's wrong? Discourse, please. Wait, what? Did I do something wrong? That's possible. Oh, no. Wait, what? Wait, what? What's going on? That is weird. Main. Oh, well, okay, maybe I'm wrong with that. Maybe I'm not actually up to date. I'm sure I wasn't. I thought I was, but I'm not. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, let's get back to it. Discourse, though. Okay, so there's a... Right, so there's a lot of roots here that are... Feels like we could factor that out. If I look at facts, I have this as well, which isn't ideal really. So that's not ideal. This here, still, you see, all this could be looped upon. And so what I'm going to do, oh yeah, there's even something worse than that. If I look further down, there's a data.js here. And type name has this. So, let's do things differently, okay? So we already have a list of supported types, or service, I should say. So let's make something better that we could use to loop upon. Yes, that's not you. That's me not having unclicked my microphone. That's annoying because I can't even remember last time I pressed on this button, and that might have been a long time ago. So I'm gonna have to repeat everything that I was saying to myself for the past 10 minutes. Thank you for notifying me about this. I may very well have spoken to myself for a long more time. You know, there's like too many buttons to press that mutes your microphone, and that's one of them. Okay, so so yeah, you see, I'm a professional streamer, obviously. So checking if there's problem on my end. No, I mean, yeah. When if everybody has the same problem, then it's probably me. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. So what I was saying is that here, I'm not sure, I don't know if we can have dynamic imports that will work with Vite. Oh, maybe I can ask Vite this question. So, Vite dynamic imports. How do you do that in Vite? Optimize blah, 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 blah. Okay, discussions. Okay, features. Okay, conditional imports, blah, blah, blah. Okay, feels like it's something that Vite supports already. Okay, let's have a look at what we found. So there's, okay, so that's the basic thing. Import blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. TypeScript. We're not using TypeScript yet on this piece of code. That's unfortunate. I would have loved to use TypeScript, but that's not how it's been written, and we can still change it, but it's going to be a little bit complex. GS6, okay, CSS, static assets, JSON glob import. Yay. Oh, right. No. Modules, multiple patterns, negative patterns, named imports. No. Custom. Okay, I don't want to look at all the features, you know. Features, static asset handling, dependency pre-bundling. Import, explicit URL glob import, dynamic import. Ah, I can do this. Okay, that's cool. Perfect. Okay, that's exactly what I want to do. Okay, cool. Okay, so here I have this fact docs. I'm going to do doc is going to be away. Really? Can I do this? React await. Can I do that in React? That's the router, promises. It's going to be a use effect. It's going to be use effect. Probably. Yeah, I should have expected that. Use loader data. What's that? Ah, yeah. Okay, that's something else. Promises and async await. Hello. How are you doing? Gina James. Hello. I'm good. How are you? Okay, promises, hands on React, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I want to do that on a React component. How do I do this? Wrap promise, no, still no. Yeah, that's just generic. That is not what I'm interested in React. Use effect, okay. You think install React functional component. Ah, that's interesting. What's that? This painting in the back looks very nice. Thank you. It's actually a piece of fabric, obviously inspired by the How to Train Your Dragon movie. Yeah, it hides the TV that is behind it. So I can have like I have a setup with 2 small strings that I can release, and the fabric falls down, and then I can use the TV behind it. So it's kind of nifty, but it works. So how do you do? Okay, so in React, await use effect. Does this work? Use effect. I like the official documentation better. You can also rewrite using async await. You need to provide a cleanup function. Ah, that's interesting. Okay. Okay, I can apparently do that. Yeah, I can show you actually. So, small interruption. Let me show you that, because I'm kind of happy about it. Besides this one, it's actually not a game, unless you consider that programming is a game, which could be a game. Hidden, tricky. Anyway, so let's get to that. Right, I can just run a function that's going to return. Yeah, I can just run an await function, an async function inside use effect apparently. Looks like it. Anyway, let's do this then. Okay. Can I do? Yes, I'm going to do something like this. That's perfect. So I'm going to do doc and set doc. You say it, and that's going to be a string, I suppose. Nice hack. Thank you. Okay, and I have this use effect that does import, I suppose it's fact. Will stream tomorrow? Probably not. I usually do those streams on Fridays. I don't do a lot of streams really. So the file, it's not file actually that I'm interested in, it's bind. Right, it's bind, right? Yeah, it's bind. Bind. And it's gonna be .md and raw. Okay, that looks correct for now. So then doc, well, loaded doc, set doc, loaded doc. That could work. That could work. And it's going to depend on bind, obviously. I'm not sharing the screen. Yes! Thank you! Okay, that's a good Friday stream. Making a lot of mistakes, that's all perfect. I've made any software or game of your own? Oh, I did make a lot of software. Games, not really. I did make some very small games a very long time ago, but nothing majors. Just, you know, something to have, something fun, basically to learn programming. But I do make a lot of software though. So use effect is here. Use effect comes from React. You you can import that. Hey, I'm sure you can do better than this. No? Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, so now I have loaded doc, I have the doc, right? And I can do, I can import, so import service types from the config. And here I'm gonna have service types of bind and title. Except the title is actually different, right? It's it was a little bit different before. What did I? Let me look at what I changed. Yeah, it used to be setting up webhook binds from, and that was common to all of them. So I'm gonna put that back here. But I can ask you something. Sure, of course. Okay, React Markdown, and now I have the body, so doc. Okay, I'm not sure that's gonna work, but we can try that. Okay. So here we have the loop. Here we are indeed doing something even smarter because there's the use effect thing. Okay. Where else do we have reference to discourse that could be looped upon? Oh, this one here, absolutely. So now I have service types. Keys or values? Keys, come on, let's go with keys. Keys, map or sort. Map service type becomes this thing. So there's option value is here, it's going to be service type. But can I ask you something? Yeah. Okay. Hey, I think your stream froze on VS Code window. Really? Is it still frozen? Let me look. If I have this, do I have this? Where is my stream window? Do you need some nice artwork for your channel and good prices like logo? And I was expecting that, but no, thank you very much. I'm not actually doing any paid thing here on this channel. This is just as an example to the Fedora community on trying to give examples on how we could hack on the Fedora infrastructure applications. So there's nothing paid for in there. And I'm not earning anything by these streams, so I don't want to invest anything either. So thank you for your offer, but nope. Okay, so service type here, and now I'm gonna have here I'm gonna have service types dot service type name, and that's it. There you go. Sorry about that sound. Okay, so that's fixed. I think it added the import, right? Where else do we have discourse? We have discourse here. There again, that's a lot of elements that could be looped upon. Well, not really. Thank you. So here I'm going to do the same system. I'm gonna get service types dot keys dot sort dot map, and now I have the service type like the ID, basically service ID more or less. No, it's not service ID, it's more of service type ID, but don't want to be that verbose. And I'm going to move this in there. And so what do I have? I have link, as link, that's normal. 2, that's my service type. So that's gonna be That's going to be slash and the service type itself. Service type. Your screen really is frozen on VS Code window. You don't see anything moving? That's weird. You don't see anything moving. Okay. If there's still other people in the stream, do you see what I type in VS Code? Because there's, oh yeah, that's weird. Okay, let me try something else. Yeah, actually I see this, the drop down list, but I don't see, okay. No, something went wrong. Okay, that's weird. Let me try something else. Screen capture. Okay. Okay, I think it refreshed now. Hopefully it's not going to do that again. Hopefully it's not going to do that again. I've never seen that. Fun. Anyway, so here I'm editing the list of side links. So service type, that stays the same. Okay, that doesn't change at all. And that's the name here. So it's going to be service types of service type dot name. Or I should probably do something. Well, yeah, it's in JavaScript, so I can do this. Okay. Has this been imported though? Probably, right? Probably has been imported, no? Oh, come on, you know where it is. Okay. It's not use effect or use state. Okay. And okay. That's better. So it's looping on service types and it's building the same link as the rest. So I don't need all this now. It's all looping. Okay. Cool. Save it. Where else do we mention this course? Here, unit. Oh, that's one more. Okay, let's go. Let's go into it. Service types dot keys dot sort dot map. And we give it the option. So here we have the service type. And here, oops, sorry. Here we have the service types dot, of service type dot name. And we can remove that. Okay. Do we have other elements that need to be factored? I think that's all. So I'm going to make a small pause here, and right after I'm done, I'll be testing it, okay? See you soon. And I'm back. Screen. The microphone works. The screen is shared. All right. Let's get back to it. Okay, so let's look at... Yeah, let's start this. So let's go to Webhook to Fedora messaging and start the... I'm probably going to need... Oopsie. I'm probably going to need tiny stage. Vagrant up IPA auth. And here I'm going to start supervisor D, which is the daemon that starts the front end and the back end at the same time. If I look at supervisor CTL, it's going to tell me that everything is running. Cool. This is starting up, so let's check. Front end is running on... Oh, it's unhappy. Right, type name has disappeared. It's entirely correct. It's totally correct. Type name has disappeared. What was that? diff.js. Okay, so it's not type name anymore. It's service types and so it's basically service types dot name. Okay. Let's see if it's happier. There's something else it's unhappy about? No. Okay. Looks better. Okay. Is it still running? Yes. Cool. Let's start. Oh yeah, on which port is it running? It is running on... It's running on 5173. Nice. Oh yeah. Definitely not where I wanted to open that window. Sorry about that. Let's open it in the window that you can actually see. There you go. Hello? Something's wrong? Oh yeah, of course. Dot keys is not a function. Really? On side.js6 line 81. Side.js6 line 81 here. Oh really? That's not a function? Well, oh, that would have been a problem. Console.log service types, please. That's my service types, right? That's an object. I can do keys. Oh yeah, of course, it's not. It's object.keys. Sorry about that. Dot keys. So it's not that, it's object.keys. Let's fix it here and here. Why would I expect object-oriented programming? Keys. Okay, let's save everything and start over. Okay. We have this course for Joe, GitHub, GitLab. Cool. Does this still work? It sends me to the GitHub page and that doesn't seem to work. Can convert children to primitive type. It's in... Okay, there may be something wrong with that. That's on facts. Okay, cool. I could do something like console.log bind doc. See how that goes. So I have, okay, and I object default. Okay, that's where it is. Okay, that's how it is. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Loaded doc.default. Thank you. Ah, now we're talking. Okay, I can remove my console.log. Okay, much better, much better. Okay, so I have this documentation, setting up Webhook from GitHub repositories. Okay, discourse, forums, Forge repositories, GitHub, GitLab. That's cool, and it works. Nice. Oh, there's a broken link here. What's that? Impossible to load the image. Really? Is it actually impossible to load? Oh no, it's not. It was just a temporary thing. Okay. So I have changed quite a few files. Let me check all of them. Run autofix. There you go. Okay, so I've changed quite a few files. In data, that's expected. In fact, I've just tested that. All these files work. They work. Then make. What's that? Make. Creation. Okay, save unit. Okay, I suspect that's when you create a new one. So I'm gonna sign in. It looks like it failed. Is my... Oh, it's not running. Okay. Is IPA running? Yeah. Let's try again. It's actually not running, so let's wait for it. Water is important. All right, let's try again now. Sign in. There are the binds. Service, GitHub, for Joe discourse. Okay, if I change that, I have all the services. I think that works. No, leave me alone. I think that works. Okay, make, I think, is when I try to create a new one. How do I create a new one? Right here. Right, create, name, description, service. And service, I have all of them. Okay, so I think this is validated. Cool. What else did I change? Side. Side is... that's the link on the side. Okay, that exists. It's all good. Unit. What's unit? Floating label, form select. Oh, that's the thing that we were just testing. I suppose that's this. Yeah. Diff. Let's say I'm changing this to GitHub. Update. Ah, that's the thing. Okay, so instead of type discourse, I have type GitHub. Okay, that worked. That worked. So diff works. That's pretty cool, by the way. I like this UI. And main is, oh yeah, main is the roots. So the roots exist because I could go to these pages. Okay, so I think it works. Let us check that everything is correct on the npm side. So front end, and what do I have? What scripts do I have available? I have lint and format. Check. Let's try that. npm run lint. Let's see what it says. Okay. Format check. It shouldn't be testing things in dist, but oh, okay. Well, I guess. Oh, let me save everything and format them. Reformat them, please. Really, I mean, that's not good. Prettier. Where's the prettier configuration? It shouldn't be looking at the dist directory, really. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, cool. Well, if it's all right, if it's all correct, then I guess we can make a commit. So let's review. First, let's switch to a different branch. Create new branch. Refactor JS service types. Okay. What did we change? We did change this, right? So it's service types here, and it's a loop instead. Cool. What about diff? Yes. Yes, we need to do that. What about fact? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. What about make? Yep. Oh, that's wrong. That's side. Okay, where's side? I still have, do I still have this console.log here? Goodbye. So side. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's not really necessary. I mean, I can put that back. So side, yeah, this, and then I'm looping on this list group. Cool, instead of having all those. Keep it. Unit. Okay. And then I'm renaming those. Oopsie, no, not you. This one, this one, this one, and data.js. Yeah, that's the main thing we're doing. Cool. Okay. Okay. Loop on the service types wherever possible. Do it. Done. And now I'm going to push that to my fork. Okay, open the pull requests. Or alt click. node types instead of copying code. Is that a little bit inflammatory? I wonder. Would you consider this to be me being annoying, or yeah, I'm gonna be less annoying about it. Let's just say that. This, I could be a little coherent here and have source bind title here. That I think that would be preferable, because so see, for example, where is that? That's on fact. See here, I'm using this. In JavaScript, it's more common to see this. It's both work really. It's basically the same thing, but it's more common and more usual for a JavaScript developer to see this sort of thing. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. That's not great. Doc and set doc. I guess md doc, set md doc, md doc. Because doc is just too common. Like, it doesn't tell you anything about it. Doc is not great. Naming is very important. So okay, that's a move. Ah, there you have on make.jsx. I also have used this form. Well, it should actually be .name. That's more common. It's not what you would do in Python, of course, but it's more common for a JavaScript developer, so let's keep with that. Okay. So here I used it properly. Here as well. Okay. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Let's just amend the comments. Wait, there's nothing. I need to add those two. Let's push that again. Refresh the page. Yeah, I have the dot title here. That's better. Okay, let's send it. And now we can wait for AkaSheep to review that, and hopefully it'll be okay. All right, is there anything else that we want to have a look at? For example, I don't know. So that's one thing. I wanted to do that last week when I added discourse support, and I was like, I'm copying too much. There's a lot of things that could be refactored in there. So yeah, I'm happy I did that. So now let's look at the rest of the list, see if we have something we could do. So this data grabber thing is actually available now because the backend does have the list that it's supposed to be showing. So this becomes a really simple thing to do. But I think that the person who did the backend work on data number will probably want to do that. So I'm going to leave it to him. This is not an actual requirement by other people. It's just me seeing that this this could be done and add some interesting API, but nobody actually requested it, so I'm not going to do that. That's documentation, important but not something that is really useful to do on streams. Okay, yeah, there's that. Well, it's a little bit all over the place, I think, so we'll see. Yeah, that's assigned. I could do that, but I mean, probably not going to do that today. Yeah, probably not. Bagger exporter is different. That is being worked on by Akash Deep, so a lot of the UI interior is going to change. Yes, I could do something in this GitHub thing. When we were looking, because we are on that, right? So when we are looking at creating something new here in GitHub, I could add a mention here saying, like, there's a subtext here saying that, because name here is not great, it's not clear, right? We need a tooltip or something that would explain what the fields mean. Name, description, service, that's not really. It's a little bit too generic. Like no one's, it's not helping. Okay, let's try to do something here with help text. Let's see. What if I did GitHub here, help text. That's not how you do things in JavaScript. Help text, name. Fedora Infra / body. Okay, let's see if we can do something like this, okay? So if I go to make, there's something called floating label. Okay, card body, floating label, what's that? Oh yeah, that's here. Okay, nice. Form.control class mono lm. Okay. What's that form.control? Where does this come from? In React Bootstrap. Very well. Let's open the docs. React Bootstrap. Let's open the docs. Components. Forms. Form controls. Placeholder. Placeholder is nice. Read only, plain text, file input, color. Is valid or isn't valid. Okay, there's no help text here. Form text, maybe? Ah, yeah. That's what it is. Form.text muted. That's good. So let's do something like this. Service types. What's the value right now? Oh, that's interesting. Can I get the value? Probably. Data, name, make. So what you mean is that I don't have access to the data in JavaScript? Yeah. So that's not really how you do forms. That's not really how you do forms in React. You're not supposed to be using document.getElementById, blah, 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 blah. What you're supposed to do is store the form data in variables and have it bound to the field. So let's take an example. For example, let's sorry, let's use an example. Let's go to React JS, I guess. .org, and let's see how they suggest to do forms. Learn React. Passing props, conditional rendering, keeping pure components. Okay, writing markup, adding interactivity. That's it. Okay. Managing state, maybe. There you go. It's been a while since I've done some React. I mean, seriously, like with big forms and all. I did a while ago. But I don't remember everything. I also was using Formic, which is a very big beast for forms. Very useful, very powerful, but a little bit complex, I should say. Okay, so what do they recommend from form controls? Group, blah, 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 control ID. Okay, email address. Okay, sizing. On change, that thing. So we'll have to have something that is what is all that? Save unit. Yeah. That's not fantastic. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna have to have something like the state, the form state, right? Can I have a use state that can I change the state of a sub-element? No, probably not. I'm gonna have to have a use state for each form element, I suspect. Probably. Yeah. So thing becomes const. What's that? What are, there's only 3 fields, so it should be easy. There's name, desk, and type. So name, set name. No. No. Form data, set form data. I'm gonna try that like this, see if it works. Use state empty. Let's consider it. I consider it. Let's start it with it being empty. I'm pretty sure that you can figure out where it imports from. No, that's weird. Use state. Thank you. And now there's the form data, right? And I have a function on change. I'm calling. Let me call it on change. I have an event here. It handles an event, right? It handles an event, right? That comes from the HTML, and that's going to be the on change value here, right? So I'm going to be able to say set form data there's going to be a race condition here, but form data e.target, well, let's just save it here, const field name e.target.name and const field value e.target.value. So field name, field value. Would that work? Maybe. We can try that, okay? That's on change. That's how I think things should be handled. I'm not gonna do the actual API call here, okay? I'm going to do a console.log of data. Of not data, but yeah, form data. So I'm gonna have a save unit dispatch form data. And this is going to be commented out. Right. So now I have this onChange element function. I'm going to be able to use it on my buttons. Okay. So each time I have a form control, I'm gonna have it here on change equal on change my function. And I'm going to repeat that on each form element. Okay. That's for the description, and that's going to be for the select. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to track it, to track all my changes here. Oh yes, that's one thing. That's how the data comes up into the state. And now I'm going to, I want data to come down to the fields themselves, okay? So that's on changes here, and the value is going to be form data dot name. So that may be undefined. So I'm going to put that. In here, I'm going to have, oopsie. And same goes for you here. So that's going to be desk, of course. Desk. And last one was type. I think it's type. Form select, monolem, on change, label equals service. Name make, desk make, type make. That's kind of weird, but yeah, name make, desk make, type make. Okay. Okay. Cool. Desk make. What do you see that, by the way? I mean, that's kind of weird. I'm not seeing it here. I'm only seeing it here. Oh, strange. Weird. But anyway. So, okay, so the value is now tied to the state that I've set. What's that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do that later. I'm going to deal with that later. Okay. So the value now is tied to the state that I've put on top, and I have this onChange event that is going to set the value in here, and it's going to flow down back to React. And I think that's how React wants us to do forms. Example. Each child to have a unique key prop. Okay, that's correct. Form select. Okay. Oh, you're right. That's a mistake that I've made. Okay, let me stash that for now. So I have, okay, let's go back to all the things that I've changed. That's correct, that's correct. So my change here has touched the diff. Let's go back to the changes that I've made. So there's diff.js6. That's here. Where's my loop? I didn't change anything here. Oh yeah, I changed something, but it's not looping. That's fine. I have fact.js. There's no loop in there. Nope, it's not looping. Okay, let's get rid of it. I have these changes, that's fine. I have make.js side. Make, okay. There's the loop. Okay, cool. So option, and the key is going to be something identifiable, which is service type. And then, so there's this, there's make the side. So side also has a loop on service types. So as soon as there's a loop, I forgot that, but as soon as there's a loop in React, you have to have a key. Of course, that's going to be the same thing. That's the identifier. The identifier is the service type. And last one, unit. The key is the service type here again. What else? Config, that's normal. Main. Yeah, there's a loop on main as well. Yeah, there's a loop. The key is the service type, as you'd expect. Okay, I'm going to format all that because it looks very dirty. Format this, please. Oh, it's not saved. Sorry. Oh. What's this queue? Wrong. Run format. Format this, please. Prettier should ignore this. Okay, done. What's the diff? Oh, I'm gonna do that in here. What's the diff? Main gets the key element. Make gets the key element. Side gets the key. Gets the key. And that's not a change we want. Okay, let's amend and push. Okay, now we can work on this thing again, right? Sorry. Let's see, do we have warnings? Doesn't look like it. Nice. Yeah, we don't have the warnings anymore. That's good. Okay, so let's go back to this. Actually, I'm gonna unstash my things. Okay, so now I have made the following changes. Is it make? I think it's in make. Yeah, in make. Right, in make, I now have the data flowing down from the state into the elements and going back up as events. Let's see if that works. Let's clear out this and try. Test. Nothing's happening. Okay, so the event doesn't update. There's something wrong here, of course. Let's try again. Let's see if we get our event here. I have an event. It has a target. Target is the element. The target it should have a name. No, it doesn't have a name. Oh yeah. Yep, well, it should have a name. Sorry about that, but it definitely should have a name. That's why it fails. I'm sorry, but it's a form, so form elements should have names. Name desk. Name type. Let us try again now. Something works now. But I don't see the... Oh, I removed that? Okay. Well, it seems to work. I'm gonna log the data that I would send, okay? So let's try. Test description is test desk, and the type is going to be GitHub. Do it. Okay. So I have an error here in make line 52. What's that, 52? Yes, of course, the result there's no result because there's no data, because the post didn't happen. Oh yes, I forgot. This function save unit, it should actually also send form data. That's our state. Is it used somewhere else? Save unit. Just there. Okay, let's get back to it. Create. save it. It fails, of course, but that's what it would send. Object is, okay, there's nothing that has a, that's bad. What is this empty thing? That's a previous thing. Probably a previous thing. Let's remove this. Let's clear the state again. Test desk, and that's gonna be a for-geo thing. For-geo. Okay, I would be posting this, which is perfect. So now I have access to the data. It's a little bit proper. Instead of doing this, I'm going to just uncomment all that and use form data. Name is going to be, well, actually I should just post form data, right? That would be even simpler. What do you think? Why is it unhappy? What's the problem? API call is not defined. Oh, add it then. Oh no. Well, I'm pretty sure I had it. API call. Thank you. How about that? Okay, let's try this again now. Create. Well, let's go to my home. Create. Test desk for Joe. Okay, let's try this. Clear. Send it. Can be found on the dashboard. Cool. And it's there. But, yes, the state is still there. It hasn't been removed. Okay, I'm going to remove that. Well, that's been created. That's cool. The post happened and it's a success. So it's all good. That said, something is trying to clear the content, no? That's async. That's an async function. Keep services, what's that? Okay, it's just a way to get the services again. Fine. It's fail flag, hide creation, hide flag area, okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what I could also do is clear the form data. It's kind of weird, to be honest, to have this outside of this function. Because dispatch is something that is defined here. Form data is here. It's kind of weird. I'm going to move it inside. Sorry. That's an async function. I'm going to move it inside. There you go. And this way, I don't have to have dispatch and form data, because it already has dispatch and it already has form data from the bind. What I could do here is, at the end, well, yeah, if it's a success, I can totally do set form data to an empty object. So the save init function works. I get the data from there. Nice. So let's remove this. Yeah. Create another one. No, what's that? Create another one. I'm creating this. Create it. Ah, what did I do? Revoke it. Something went wrong? Why is it still there? Let's refresh. Okay, that's my Fojo thing. Revoke. It's still there. What happened? I'm just put a revoke. It's a patch, it's not a delete. Okay. So when I get the services, I still have it. Well, it's a weird decision, but I guess why not? Let's create another one then. So test 2. This is desk test 2. And that's gonna be, this time it's a GitLab thing. Okay, save it. It's created right here. And now if I open this, it's empty again. So that works. Actually, instead of the on-click, I should use the, is there a form element? Oh, there's no form, okay. Because I would like to be able to press enter and for it to be saved, but I could do a form. Okay, let's do a form. Okay. Sorry about that. Not good. Anyway. On submit, just save unit, just save unit. And the on submit is going to happen on the form. So there's a button group here. I'm not interested in the button group. I'm interested in, that's the header. There's the body. Okay, so in the entire thing, right. The entire card, okay, cool. Form, on submit is save unit. Oopsie, save unit, thank you very much. Card.body after the card, so below the card. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, sure. My bad. So now I have this save unit that takes an E, which is the event, and first thing it's gonna do is e.prevent or stop prevent default. I think that's prevent default. Does it know what type it is? No, it's not. It doesn't know. So it's a React event. No, it's not. I've saw it in the docs. I saw it in the docs here. React.change event. React. Submit submit event. Form submit. No, is it submit event? Submit event apparently. Yeah, it's gonna be a submit event. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course, I'm doing annotations, but that's not TypeScript, my friend. It's just JavaScript. Okay, so prevent default, so it doesn't reload the page. And that's it. I think that should work. Let's try. So this time I can do a create test3, test3, say it's a GitHub, and when I'm here I could just press enter. Fail. Nice try, but no. What's that? Do I have my form here? I do have my form. Oh yeah, it's not a submit button. Form, okay, action equal post. Well, doesn't really matter actually. No, it doesn't really matter. It's just that this should be a submit button, right? Button, class. So it's a save button? Yeah. Button, okay. Type equal submit. Thank you. That's probably why it doesn't work. Enter. Yes, it works. Relevant information can be found on the dashboard. It's just been added. Test 3. Thank you. So if I have something that is already discourse, I can do a blah blah thing and press enter and it works. Oh, object response during creation. What's that? What's this? Post detail. Field required. Body data type. Oh, I didn't send something? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so the default, right. So the default value is going to be, actually, yeah, that's why it was sending that. The default value is going to be, for type, it's going to be the first element. So service, oopsie, service types, dot keys. No, it's object.keys. Now I know. Object.keys. Service types. Sort. First element. I know that, and I know there was one, so that's fine. So the default value is actually going to be discourse. So blah stuff. Ah, there you go. Blah stuff, and it's a discourse thing. Okay, that works. Okay. Okay. What do you think? That seems better to me. The wipe button is hide creation. Okay. I could also have hide creation clear the fields. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes. Actually, yes, I'm wrong. So const default form data is going to be this. And now I'm going to initialize with default form data, but sometimes I want to reinitialize it. For example, I want to do that here. And I probably want to do that as well here as well when I wipe the thing. So dispatch is hide creation. I'm dispatching hide creation, and I'm also it doesn't have to be, it can be simultaneous, it doesn't matter. Set form data, default form data. I think, is that correct? Unexpected token, oh yes. Default form data. Okay, so when I click, I hide it, and I clear the data in the form. Okay, so that's a lot of changes. But I think it's more correct. And if we do that, then we control the form from React. We don't do HTML stuff. Control it from React. It's much safer. And now I'm going to have a look at those. So I guess it's unit, right? I think it's unit. Because that's a big loop we're doing here, right? Card, overlay trigger. Yeah, see, that's not good. That's not good at all. All this is inlined, really? Nah. Okay, so what's that? Is that a save? Yes. Const on save. We have well, I suppose we could have a local form here as well. I'm going to make a pause and I'll come back in a few minutes. I'll see you soon. And I'm back. Okay, my question was, okay, once we've done that, we can do the same thing here. Oh, there's a lot of cut and paste. I do not like it. I do not like it. Okay. I do not like it. Anyway, so we can have an unsave. But I would like to do the same sort of, form-based, well, not form, yeah, state-based forms. So const form data, set form data, use state, and it will be based on data, I suppose. Oh, I wonder why it's not able to do that. Import. Maybe it's because it's just JavaScript. Use state from React. Thank you. Okay, so I have this data. Now I'm going to use that. And so this is the big on-click function. it's doing all this. Let's move it here. So what do I do? What's happening here? So if things have changed, that's basically it. Okay. So I would say it's from data equals data, but maybe that's how to compare objects. JavaScript compare objects. Sorry, there's something that makes some noise and I dislike it. I don't like it at all. How to compare objects in JavaScript, please. I'm sure there's something. It's a very common thing to want to do. Blah, blah, blah. JSON don't stringify. Well, not great. I mean, yeah, I could compare the JSON, that's true, but yeah. Same properties in the same order. Yeah, I wouldn't bet on that. Lodash library is equal. I think that's the most simple thing to do. Yeah. I think it's just simpler to just use Lodash. Is it using Lodash already? Yeah, looks like we have it. I could just do stringify, name, desk type, so is the same order. Okay, let's start with that. If, not stringify, but JSON.stringify. From data. Can I be sure that it's the same order? I cannot be sure because the thing could be updated in any order. Yes, that's bad. Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep this one though because this one's pretty useful. Am I doing a cut and paste right now? Looks like I am. Anyway, I'll worry about that later, but it's a little bit ironic, I should say. I should use Lodash, really. That's probably the best way. It's probably better to use Lodash. I mean, we're using a lot of complex libraries here already. Now let's go and use Lodash. Terminal npm I Lodash. Do it. Import Lodash. From Lodash. Okay, and I can do now, if Lodash or is equal, maybe Lodash, it's better to do it like this. No, I'm gonna do some tree shaking. Import is equal. Would that work? Is equal. If is equal from data and data, it means nothing changed. And then I can have this long list of things. Why I don't want to do that, I have no idea, but that's okay. So pref data, what's that? Is that it? Weird, but okay. Okay, that's kind of weird, but we could always do data, I suppose. Data contains the user, no? Else dispatch from data. It could be much simpler. Prep next data. Oh yeah. So that's not from data here, that's data. Pref data is, okay, it saves the previous data. I got it. Next data is going to be form data, surprisingly. There you go. Okay, prep bind UID if you want, fine. Show updating. Is that all? Okay. And now anyway, I'll deal with that later. So now this big thing on click is actually going to be on save. And it doesn't need all these arguments. Yes. There you go. Now I have this on click on the regenerate and on the revoke. There you go. Now I need to have the binds, right? To have the form data. So I need to have the on change. That's something I did here already. The on change happens here. So I need the name and I need the on change. I'm pretty sure that they didn't put the name in there, otherwise it wouldn't be here. Regenerate, revoke. Right. Value is form data.name. There you go. You have it. So, and that's basically the same thing as here, right? Yes. We could reuse that a lot. I'm being nice. Am I being nice? Yes, I'm being nice to it. I mean, this form here with all the labels, it's kind of no, it's different. It's different. So that's desk. And we have desk here. Default value goes away. And then webhook URL. That's interesting. Okay, so I suppose that when I post, I can't change the webhook URL. So I have to strip it. I have to remove it from the object. Right. The onSave here will have to remove element from object. How do you do that? Del or delete or move key from object? How do you do that? With delete. Delete. Okay, nice. Except I don't want to change my object, I suppose. Yeah, I don't want to change my object. It changes it in place. I can have the same function somewhere else. Is that webhook URL that I'm removing? Webhook underscore URL, yes. Token. Yeah, I can remove the token. And I guess the UID also. No. Data.uid, yes. UID. Well, yeah, I suppose data.auth.user. Oh, that's more. There's more than I thought. Oh, there's more than I thought in data. Oh yeah, there's much more than I thought here. Okay, yeah, there's much more than I thought. My bad. Okay. Okay, let's remove. Okay, maybe that was a little bit too much. Let's see. Here, we were only keeping. What were we keeping? We were only keeping name, desk type, and username. So that's the thing, right? Name, desk type, and username. And user then. Name, desk type, and user. Right. Okay. Okay, so that's clean up data. Okay. So I'm actually trying to compare clean up data to clean up data of data. I'm comparing them cleaned. Okay. So now Well, form data shouldn't contain any more. Oh, yeah. Form data should contain only the things that are useful to compare. Okay, let's get. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Which means I'm going to give it username. It's of course going to be unhappy about it because that's not in the right order. Do you want to compare username? No, we can change username. That's fine. That's fine. There's nothing we can change about username. Okay, cool. Okay, that's correct. That's correct. Clear data. Okay, actually, I don't need. I just need to compare form data to the cleaned up data. Blah. Okay. Pref data is this. Dispatch form data. Nice. That's only the things that we can change, right? We can only change the name, the desk, and the type. We can't even change the token because that's different. We can't edit it. Cool. Okay, so now we have this. We have unchanged name, desk. That doesn't change, so it's not default value. It's just value. The token is read-only, so it's value, doesn't change. And then that's the service, yes. That's the value, and it's form data, the type. Okay. And that is the username, so it doesn't change. It's read-only, right? Or can I change it? Oh, can I change it? Didn't think I could change it. Yeah, of course it fails. So I'm allowed to change it. That's interesting. Okay. It's kind of weird though to do that. It's not clear, like things aren't really organized properly to be compared together. Do we have username? Am I going to post username? What is this sending? It's sending, no. Where is, it's here, user. Okay, user, it's user. It's user, okay, user. That's user, okay, that's what I'm comparing. Right. So same stuff. I forgot to add a name. Well, it doesn't really matter. Desk, here it matters. Oh, I forgot to add a name here. Okay, so name and value. Okay, so here I have name equal user, value user. Yeah, and the default value is already username. I already know that because that's what I seeded this data with. Yes, nice, cool. Let's keep going. So now instead of where's my onsave? Onsave, is here. Okay. So what's wrong about all that? Parsing error. Oh, from Lodash. Sorry. Return outside of function. Wait, what? Oh yes, that's the onsave. That's the if. Closing this, and this is wrong. Okay. All right. Clean, 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 clean. Okay. Is this going to work? That's an excellent question. That's an excellent question. Let's see. Ah, it's crashing. Something's wrong. Probably reload the thing. Yeah, there's a new dependency, so that might be it. What? Wait, what? Why is it crashing? Type error, refresh runtime, get refresh, not a function. Component call.js6, line 14. Call. I haven't touched that, right? Line 14. Sign in, redirect, callback. Wait, what? Something's wrong. Let's try again. Still wrong. Cookies? No. Session. Cookie. Local storage? Ah, yes. Why is it crashing? We are in callback. What's going on? Let me restart. It might be an error here. Let me restart the front end. Yeah, okay, that was a temporary thing. Okay, I should be logged in. Okay, so I have binds created here. Ooh, go away. I have these binds. And name 0, 0, description 0. Okay, it's all wrong here. What's bad about that? Oh yeah, I provided a value with an... Set unchange. I forgot to set unchange on the fields. Really? Unchange. Oh yeah, it's not unchange, of course. Or is it? Yeah, it is. What? Of course, that's the unchange handler. Oh yeah, there's only 2 of them. Yes, my bad. So, I can change the token, right? Token is read-only. Yes, it's read-only. This one is not read-only. So definitely add an unchange handler. And this is not read-only either, so unchange goes. So there you go. So this is wrong, it's not 0, of course. Can you print me, please, what I have in form data? Console.log form data. Probably made a small, stupid mistake. I have... Oh, that's correct. Okay, so maybe I did something wrong in using it. Name desk type user. Well, huh. There's 0. What's here? What's that? Form. Something wrong with this? Oh, because there's many of them. I didn't put a form to wrap all that. No, that shouldn't be a problem. Name. Okay. Okay, something wrong with the value. Form control. Let's just say I make some... Let's just say do this. Okay, let's reload the whole thing. Right, there might have been something wrong with my pipe. Oh, it was a pipe. It was a single pipe. It's a double pipe, of course. It's an OR that I should put there. Of course, that goes for the other one. Did I do the same thing with a pipe? Because like we're in shell, as if we were in shell, which would be a very bad idea. No, it's a double. Perfect. So let's go back to that. Okay, so I have this. This is editable. Yeah, this looks like it's editable. I can change it. Okay. So if I do save here, it's going to be unhappy. Done everything after making some changes. Okay, detects that it's the same thing. Cool. If I change something and I call it EC essay2 and save it. Yeah. Okay, it seems happy about it. All right, now what I want to do is have a form that can enable me to just press enter. Right? So on the card, form on submit equal on save. This goes up to the card here. Right, so now I have my form and I don't need to put on click here like this. I can do type equals submit. And now the on click, the on save is going to take an argument here, which can be used to do e.prevent default. All right, reload. I shouldn't have to reload, but it's just okay. Nice. Nice. I can remove the console logs because it's entirely useless. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's better. I'm not going to just publish that, or I can. Yeah, I can still have a look at. Yeah, I mean. Yes. Let me still look at the changes that I've made. See if they're really crazy or not. Easiest is going to be on make. So I have this save unit function that has been moved inside it. So I don't think I need, I can clean things up a little bit more. I don't think I need the control ID each time, every time. So let me check with the documentation. Control ID, floating label, control ID form input. What's the control ID? Yeah, I'll leave it there. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay, I'm gonna send a pull request for that probably. So diffs. Yes. Package lock and package JSON, just add Lodash. Okay, agreed. Data? Oh yeah, I haven't touched that. That's what I wanted to do in the first place, but I guess that was going to be for another time. Use state, clean up data. Console.log. Hey, what's that? Did you try to escape my attention? There's no challenge in that. That's very easy. Clean up data. Of course, that needs to be formatted. Thank you. Right, I'm decently happy about it. It's been reformatted. Okay, let's give it an example then. I'm gonna move that to a different branch. Okay, React Forms. The recom. In React, data in forms is advised to flow from state variables to HTML elements and back to state variables using events. See, reacting to input with state, that's the thing. Okay. I'm probably not going to send that pull request right now because I want to clear up the other one first, but afterwards, sure, why not? Okay, I think I'm gonna stop the stream here. It's been a little bit complex, not complex, but I've made a few mistakes here and there, like the sound not working because I had forgotten to unmute my mic. Well, on the other hand, he who has never done that throw me the first stone, you know. So there's that. There's the screen that didn't update, but that's not my fault this time. Apparently the window didn't update and the stream was blocked. The screen sharing was kind of stuck. I don't know why, but that's what happened. Anyway, I think I hope it was interesting. Lots of JavaScript UI to be done in React, and refactoring stuff, which is always a good way to think about how your code should be structured and how you could do things better. So hopefully that was interesting, and I'll see you next week, I suppose. I'll see you next week, and yeah, I should be there next week. And in the meantime, if you have any questions with regards to that, if it's this application, you can, if you see a bug in all that, and you can open a ticket, of course, in the application. If you want to review the pull request, feel free to do so. And And you know how to contact me. I'm A Bompard on the Fedora project, and anywhere from Matrix to Discourse to anything else. And there's my Fediverse or Mastodon handle right there. It's here. If you want to send me a message, I'll try to respond the best I can. So that's it for today. I'll see you next week. Goodbye, everyone.